Welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest news from Manchester United. Vinicius Jr. sends message after Manchester United transfer as true colors shown. Real Madrid star Vinicius Jr. has sent a message to Manchester United loanee Antony after his fine loan spell continued. The 24-year-old broke the deadlock as Real Betis went on to take a commanding 3-0 lead in their UEFA Conference League clash with Belgian side Gent. Antony cut inside before curling an effort into the bottom corner to give the Spanish side the lead in their round of 32 encounter. It has been a bright start to the Brazilian's temporary spell with Betis after a player of the match performance on his debut before opening his account during their 3-2 defeat against Celta Vigo last time out. Antony took to Instagram to celebrate his latest effort, posting a picture of his celebration from the win over Gent. He received a lot of support from his current teammates, while a host of United players including Ahmad and Lenny Yoro liked the post. Among the commenters was Madrid attacker Vinicius Jr., who replied with 4 fire emojis as his Brazilian compatriot finds form in Seville. "When you are happy, everything comes naturally," Antony said, as quoted by El Desmarque, speaking after the game. "My head, my heart, told me that I was going to be happy here." Antony was one of 3 loan departures from Old Trafford during the winter transfer window. The former Ajax star endured a difficult period with United and failed to match the expectations that followed after his £86 million move in 2022. Marcus Rashford and Tyrell Malacia both completed moves away from the theatre of dreams, signing for Aston Villa and PSV Eindhoven, respectively. Rashford made his debut for Unai Emery's side in a cameo appearance during their FA Cup progression after beating Tottenham Hotspur 2-1 on Sunday. Manchester United confirm injury problems for Tottenham fixture as Ruben Amorim makes Chido Obi hint. Manchester United have doubts over 3 unnamed players' fitness ahead of the Premier League fixture at Tottenham on Sunday. Head coach Ruben Amorim refused to specify which players have an issue but said one player is unwell and indicated some of the problems were incurred during training. "No, was a good week until 2 days ago," Amorim said. "We had some problems also. So we don't have players back, maybe we have 1 or 2 issues but we are waiting. We have one player also who is sick so we will see the team at the weekend. But was good to work with the team, to feel the players and to try to improve our performance." Long-term absentees Johnny Evans, Mason Mount and Luke Shaw remain sidelined while Lisandro Martinez is out until later in the year with an anterior cruciate ligament. The United Academy team thrashed Chelsea 5-1 in the FA Youth Cup 5th round on Wednesday, with striker Chido Obi plundering a hat-trick. Amorim indicated some academy players were in line to be promoted to the first team squad for the Spurs match but was reluctant to give names. "I don't want to say names because we have to be careful with that," Amorim stressed. "They are working with us. We had some problems this week. We called some young players to be in our training so we will have the data and evaluation and he, Obi, is one of them." Amorim expressed some apathy with under-fire Tottenham coach Ange Postecoglou, who remains in charge despite the club's limp eliminations from the League Cup and the FA Cup last week. Spurs finished 5th last season but have plummeted to 14th in the Premier League and are 2 points behind 13th placed United. "I'm a huge fan of Ange Postecoglou," Amorim stressed. "Of course, I'm from a different culture. I'm Portuguese and all the Portuguese coaches can adapt. The simple thing is I use one system in the moment because I believe if you work on that system you can play in different systems at the same time, so that is the idea. But we are not winning games and I can understand the connection between me and Ange. We have the same problems. In my opinion, with all due respect, I am in a bigger club with bigger pressure, so I understand the pressure and I think it's important for the coach to follow all of these principles." Ruben Amorim makes new transfer admission outlining Manchester United's major problem. Ruben Amorim has admitted Manchester United must sell a number of players in the summer to fund his rebuilding of the team. United have posted losses in excess of £300 million over the past 3 years, with minority owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe having embarked on a ruthless cost-cutting spree, involving the sacking of more than 250 staff, with potentially another 200 also set to lose their jobs. Against that backdrop, Amorim hinted at a huge exodus of players from United this summer, to provide the funds to help him rebuild the side and try to make the team compete for the major prizes again. Stars like Casemiro, Antony, and Marcus Rashford, the latter two currently on loan at Real Betis and Aston Villa respectively, are among the players who could generate big fees for United to raise funds to help Amorim sign new talent. United could not afford to spend big in the January window, due to the need to comply with the Premier League's Profit and Sustainability Rules, PSR, with Amorim acknowledging the financial pressure the club is under. That problem is not new. We knew the rules of fair play. We have a problem at the moment, but my focus is on that and not the other things, said Amorim. Here it is simple. To do something, we need to sell players. But my focus is to prepare for the game against Tottenham on Sunday. The window is now closed, so we have to focus on the next game, then in the summer we will see. On loan players potentially thriving elsewhere, away from the pressure and scrutiny at United, Amorim said. Sometimes it's like that. It can happen in any club. This is a club with a lot of pressure, and in this club you have to have a base with younger players, talented players, one strong base, but at the moment we don't have that. But you need to cope with the pressure. Sometimes they go to other clubs and are freer with no pressure. While discussing the pressure at Old Trafford, Amorim also aimed a subtle dig at opposite number Ange Postecoglou after insisting there was more expectation to succeed at Old Trafford than at Tottenham. I'm a huge fan of Postecoglou, said Amorim. I'm from a different culture. I'm Portuguese, and the Portuguese coaches can adapt. I use one system in the moment because I believe if you work on that system we adapt that at the same time, but we are not winning games. So I can understand the connection between me and Ange. We have the same problems, but with all due respect, I'm in a bigger club with bigger pressure, but I think it's important to follow all of these principles. That is how long it takes. Ange Postecoglou predicts when Ruben Amorim will transform Manchester United. Man United travel to face Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League fixture this weekend. Tottenham Hotspur manager Ange Postecoglou believes it will take Ruben Amorim roughly 2 years to make progress at Manchester United unless he is suddenly backed with significant investment. The Portuguese head coach has endured a difficult start to life at Old Trafford but will hope to take a step forward when they travel to face Spurs in the Premier League this weekend. United have won half of their matches under Amorim so far and will look to get revenge against Tottenham after they knocked them out of the Carabao Cup at the quarter-final stage back in December. Amorim took a sly dig at Tottenham when he suggested he was under bigger pressure at a bigger club than Postecoglou and will need to back up his words with an improved performance on Sunday afternoon. The Tottenham boss has sympathy for his counterpart and thinks it will take a while before United flourish under him. Postecoglou backs Amorim to come good. Speaking at his pre-match press conference, Postecoglou predicted it would take 2 years for United to see the real signs of progress under their new head coach. I have said before I have respect for all managers because I know how tough it is. I'm sure if you ask Ruben he would just say that he is doing what he was brought in to do. Obviously they have scouted and identified him, the way he plays and goes about his business. You don't just make these appointments because you like the look of someone. You do actually a lot of work and you bring him in with a purpose. If anybody believes anything can change significantly in a short space of time, then you are living in an alternative universe that is not based in reality. I'm sure, and who am I to advise anybody, if Man United stuck with Ruben for the next 2 years, they would see progress. Absolutely, because that is how long it takes. If anybody can show me somebody who has done it quicker without significant investment, by all means put it across my desk and I will follow that blueprint. But we know there is a blueprint there. I'm sure, irrespective of the noise, and I have only spoken to Ruben for maybe 30 seconds at a game, I'm sure he is going, I'm going to do what I was brought in to do. And that is what he should do.